Today we're going to be taking a look at a handheld infrared thermal imager, and this particular one is made by Foxwell. They did send this to me so that I can share with you guys. Inside the box, you're going to find the camera itself, a cleaning wipe. You're also going to find a USB A to C charging cable, a lanyard, a service card, and the manual itself. This particular model is the RT280. Right off the bat, you're going to notice the LCD screen on the back is quite large. It's very nice. For reference, you can see how it fits in my hand. It does have a trigger activated button, but it also has the buttons underneath my thumb, which are easy to get to. It has a video resolution of 320 by 240. And the IR resolution is an enhanced 240 by 180, so it's definitely got enough resolution to figure out just about any problem that you're looking at. Those resolutions are going to give you plenty of information to work with. Located on the top is a cover. This is the door to access the charging port. The unit is advertised as water resistant, so if it gets a rain or a sprinkle, it's going to be fine, but you cannot submerge the device. It's not totally waterproof. Looking on the bottom, we can see it has a 1/4-20 mount, so if you will put this on a tripod or any other mount that has a 1/4-20 mount, you can certainly do that as well. One thing that I would like to point out is it is extremely smooth. The frames per second is keeping up with the imaging processing, which tells us that the processor inside is beefy enough to handle this type of display. We'll go into the menu and you can see the operation is extremely simple. We can change the color palettes, we can change the thermal AGC, we can change the saturation. There's also a laser pointer built onto the device itself, so if we go ahead and turn that on, you can see that it'll measure where that laser is pointing right now. It's basically a red dot, so you can really pinpoint the temperature that you're trying to read. We'll turn that back off, and there is also a flashlight built in. So if you're in a dark area and you need a little extra light, it has a flashlight built into it as well. If we go into settings, you're going to find those one-time configurations that you typically use when you first buy the machine. In this case, we're set for English. These are all the default settings. I really haven't changed anything. And when you click into this more selection, you're going to see, well, more stuff. It does come with an onboard 8 gig of storage. So that's going to be plenty for anything that you're going to need. And I'm just going to scroll quickly through the menu so you can see all those options that you may or may not want to change when you first buy one of these units. The album, that is going to be where all of your pictures are stored because it does take a picture when you pull the trigger. And then there's going to be a measurement setting. If we go into that, you can see what those settings are. So we can look for a center spot or a hot spot. Maybe we're looking for a cold spot, zones, etc. And then we're back to our color palette. So lots of settings to make this work the way you're going to need it, and lots of features as well. But I'm sure the question in everybody's mind is, well, how well does it work? And we're going to find out. So I fired up my compressor for just a couple of minutes here so that we could build up some heat. This is the cooler, and you can see we are taking the temperature. The cooler is measuring about 77 degrees, and it's a little warmer at the top than it is the bottom. I can lay my hand on it, and it just feels kind of lukewarm. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of the jugs here. We're measuring 104. Maybe 105. And again, these are just kind of just a little bit warm to the touch. We only ran it for a minute or so to build up some heat. Let's go ahead and take a picture and see how that picture turns out. Well, let's take a look at my heat pump. It's been on for a little bit today. Now this is an inverter heat pump, so it tapers back as needed. But it looks like the coldest spot we can find is about 47 degrees. Let's go ahead and take a picture. And the RT280 also does video. You hold the trigger button down until it says record. Now we're recording and we'll just kind of pan around and take a look at different things to see how it reacts. You can see it's warm outside. You can also see, and this is quite interesting, these electrical boxes over here have no insulation behind them. So if we go over here and we take a look, you can see that it's picking up the heat that's leaking through from the outside. So if you're looking for something to insulate, well, these would be a target because we can see the heat from the outside coming in. And you can also see that these are insulated garage doors, but look at the heat that's coming in through the cracks of those garage doors. Taking a look at the breaker box in our workshop, you can tell which breakers have actually been turned on today, which ones have been used. But more importantly, this tells you just how sensitive the measurement readings are because you can see the center, which is just kind of a piece of metal, is 71.2 degrees. But if we pan over to one of these hot spots, well, it's not that much warmer. It's only 72 degrees on that one. And this particular one is also only 72 degrees. So we're not at any risk on the breakers, but that shows you that it can pick up very subtle changes in temperatures. So what are my final thoughts of the Foxwell RT280? I really like it. I love the fact that it's a professional quality tool that is priced well below its competitors. I like the fact that it can do video, it can also do snapshots, it's got plenty of onboard memory for that. There's a couple of different tools that we don't typically see on these, like the laser and the flashlight. It has all the settings and features that you would expect out of a higher end thermal imaging camera. I will put a link in the comments down below in case you're interested in taking a look at this unit. If you like these types of videos, changes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take a look at some of my other videos. At the very least, you might be entertained.